and welcome to my channel. So for today's video, I know this looks a little weird. I found a 2-pack of these at the thrift store a while back. And I was recently cleaning up my junk drawer and realized that these were here. I initially got them from my mother, put them in the junk drawer because it was off season, and then proceeded to forget that they were there for like 2 years. Aside from when it was off season and I needed batteries or whatever. But I saw it and I thought it's time for another Christmas ornament video. So for this first ornament, I have already picked out some buttons, a little bit of lore because the video hasn't come out yet, but I have planned it. I started working at hang on, I dropped one. So I got inspiration for this material and doing it the way I'm doing it from a Facebook group, actually. It's like Button Art Central or something along those lines. And as I put this together, hopefully you'll be able to figure out what it is. But we are just going to fold the pipe cleaner in half and then string it through the buttonholes on either side. Because I was doing a little bit of research for a upcoming video that I started a while back and then needed to buy more buttons for, even though I have a bunch already. They just weren't the right colors. Because I started working at a dry cleaners and I started under the new ownership, and they were getting rid of a bunch of stuff, including the excess amount of buttons that they had. And they asked me to throw them away. I said, can I hold on to them instead and either use them or donate them to a school or something? And they said, yeah, go for it. So that's what I did. Now I'm trying to remember the order that I had them in. So with me putting them in order, let me know in the comments if you've got it already. In total, we're making 3 ornaments in all different mediums. All of them relatively crafty this year, though. Last year, they were predominantly arty. This year, they're predominantly crafty. And then to get the right look for the actual show, we're gonna just mess it up just a little bit. Make it a little bit wonky. And then we can make it into the ornament itself. Have you figured it out? Seussical the musical. I have never seen it. I don't believe my mother has ever seen it. But I was scrolling Google images of playbills for some inspiration, and I thought, Seussical, hat, buttons, perfect. It's kind of a way too easy little giveaway, but I thought it would be fun and simple since we're doing 3 total. So for this next one, we are breaking out an old craft kit that we did a while back on this channel. Also for Christmas time, if I remember correctly, I did a cardinal with them. We're going to be doing another playbill with these. And I did reorganize these into a way that takes up less space because a lot of them were separate. And then I've used some of them with the pamphlets that they advise as well. So this kit has definitely accumulated some dust, by the way, so just ignore that. I'm kind of completely out of red, so maybe we'll use like the hot pink instead. And this time I've learned my lesson. We're just gonna set it on top. So last time I royally messed up and had to redo the entire thing. And we're actually gonna have to turn this around. Now that I'm thinking about it, this one is very geometric. So I'm actually gonna slant it a little bit if I can and see if that'll help me. Have you figured it out? Because I doubt it. I don't really love how this one came out, but I'm going with it anyway. If you haven't figured it out, it's Be More Chill. Where it's a portrait of a boy, and he has like a bunch of jagged lines with the words Be More Chill in it. That's supposed to be More Chill, interpretively, but it did not turn out. It's okay, though. It's okay. We're still going with it. It might look a little bit better all melted together with the water. Crap. Alright, I think I saved it. And we're gonna let this sit and dry for quite some time. And now the next one is something we actually just did on this channel. It's Shrinky Dinks. So let me go ahead and get that. And I will show you some of the previous ornaments because I only started doing it on this channel last year. Because I only started this channel last year. And I've been doing this for years. So I took a few pictures. If you're newer to the channel, last year. But we are doing musical ornaments for my mother again. And when I say that, I mean Christmas ornaments inspired by musical theater or Broadway shows or off-Broadway shows, etc. The tradition started when we used to both go to off-Broadway shows a lot. We both love theater. Hey guys, we're back. I accidentally started working on this off camera. I thought I was recording and we weren't. But it is the same idea as last week. We're using the Shrinky Dink paper plastic stuff, and we're doing so with the colored pencils. So I just traced out a circle and did the sketch on sketchbook paper like we did last week, and coloring over it and coloring it in with colored pencils. I am realizing now that my placement of Anastasia herself is way too off. And it's a lot lighter, but it is going to shrink, so those details won't be as noticeable, and the colors will get darker with it compressing. So we've pretty much just got the background, the skyline, and the rest of the sky, because it starts out much lighter, like she's going into the light, which is why this gradient here is going on. So we've just got to finish up this background, which is relatively simple. It's just the lights and then the gradient, and besides that it's just essentially solid. So let's just finish that up and then we can see how they all turned out. You can tell what I was doodling underneath before. So it definitely warped. And you can see it kind of stuck in one spot this time. I didn't use wax paper, so I think that's on me. I made it almost as big as I could. I traced the biggest container on the sketch pad that fit within the confines of the size of the Shrinky Dink sheet that I could find. it's okay. We did the best we could. And as you can see, it did get much darker. It's not perfect, that's for sure, but it's fine. I don't think that this is going to fit through the hole though. No. But it will fit through the hole in this. So basically how they came is you just twist it off. And I thought I would be able to show you because I thought I'd have two. And you just put it through the hole. Okay, come on, this is ridiculous. Alright, that's the best we can do on that one. As this is still my least favorite by far. And then this one has its own built-in. Do I have like a piece of string? Let's see. I've got to have string somewhere. I'm a crafter. Where's my string? So believe it or not, this is the only string I could find. It does not match the color scheme at all. It's just green jute cord. And we're just gonna string it through the hole. Tie it so the angle flips so it doesn't just show flat. Tie it again, and then we can do a pretty bow. So this year's ornaments for my mom, this is how they turned out. Definitely not as planned. I mean, this I kind of knew what it was going to look like. To plan out the sizes and order, I did have to kind of string them together ahead of time for the buttons. So I kind of already knew what that was going to look like. I just put them on an old paper clip that I opened up. So that was like the only one that I knew exactly how it was going to look like. This was just drawing and doing the best I could to match it, but obviously it's way smaller than I wanted it to be, and it's definitely warped, but honestly, I don't think my mom would care, and it does definitely make it look more homemade. This is a monstrosity, but I'm still gonna give it to her. It sort of gives the vibes. I definitely wish I had the right colors, but that's how it turned out. If you guys liked this video, if you guys did any of the crafty ornaments along the same idea along with me, let me know in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe. And don't forget to stay artsy. Bye, guys!